when we see rumpled dresses, we know. When we see the one rumpled from maybe commuting and all of that, it's the basics of spare the rod and spoil the child, right? Why do you follow the people that you follow? Ife, for example, who is Daria of Nigeria. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel again. It's your girl Chiamaka Okebu. What's up? It's been a while. What's up, guys? Okay, so in today's video, right, we're going to be talking about 5 habits that never ever go out of fashion, generation to generation. They're still there, and guess what? These are habits that actually make you attractive. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, please do not make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button, right? And also, if you are a returning subscriber, hey, what's up? How are you? Okay, let's begin. Now, the first one on my list is being respectful, courteous, truthful. You know all those things they used to teach you when we were small, those habits, they never ever go out of fashion. Like, for you to be a respect, for somebody who respects people, it's not even just about respecting your elders, that's part of it, but also even people within your age range, your age grade, you have actual respect for people's time, people's thoughts, people's everything. So yeah, being respectful to people, how you treat people, how you see them, right? Being a polite person, talking to people politely, right? It's something that never would ever go out of fashion. Also, being a truthful person, an honest person, somebody that people can say that, don't worry, let's call so and so person, and he would definitely say the truth. Or you say something and it doesn't seem like it's real, but because it's coming from you and everybody's like, oh yeah, that's true, it never goes out of fashion, and it makes you an attractive person. People want to associate with you. People can even refer you for things. Why? Because you have the basics, you have the morals. These are like bedrock. Growing up as a child, these are the things that our parents taught us. These are the reasons why they used to give us cocoa. If you don't know what cocoa is, what I mean is that these are the reasons why we were being flogged or hammered on. These are the reasons why it's the basics of spare the rod and spoil the child, right? These are core values and culture for most places, and these things are unifying factors. I don't think, irrespective of religion, irrespective of culture, I don't think there is anywhere where honesty, respect, being truthful, being polite, I don't think there's anywhere where that isn't appreciated. If you know, please do tell me. If you know anywhere where it's not being, where they don't like the truth, let me know in a comment section, right? So these are things that just never go out of fashion. And if today you're not practicing this, please, you want to put them on your tab. You want to be conscious about these kind of things. Are you respectful to your elders? Are you respectful of people's time? Time also involves having a date and by 6, and then you show up by 10 in the night, or you show up by 7, and even when you show up, you don't care. No sorry, no apology, nothing. You feel like, yeah, you are the one they are waiting for, or the queen has arrived. Yes, the queen has arrived, but it pays to be respectful of people's time. I've not seen anybody who respects people's time that people do not talk about in a good way. Like being known for somebody that, if you say 8, she will show up 8, or she won't show up 7:30, nobody classifies that as a bad thing, right? So yeah, we're done with that. Next on my list is good personal grooming. This makes you attractive. Personal grooming has to do with everything. How you smell, how you look. Pay attention to your nails. Are they well polished? Are they well cleaned? Do you have like dirt inside? Are they cracked? Are your heels cracked? Are you ashy? I know we will say, and don't judge people, but it's also important. These are things that are also important, right? If you look ashy, I don't think it doesn't really put you up there. People might want to understand, yeah, but it still doesn't put you up there, right? Are you ashy? Do you have bad breath? Do you have body odor? If I talk to you, do I have to stuff like that. These things never ever go out of fashion. Think of any celeb that you know today. Why do you love them? Let me use Tommy Care as an example. Why is it that everybody loves Tommy Care? We can easily tell that it's because of her humility, right? How humble she is. That is why we have that love for Tommy Care, right? Same thing if you see stars, people who have met with stars, nobody wants to necessarily associate with someone who is smelly and all of that, even in the workplace, right? But if you have that good grooming, so when you're dressed, are your clothes ironed, they make you attractive. If you and I wear the same dress and yours is like very rumpled, I know there's certain material, I think like this one I'm wearing, where when you iron it and you wear it, it still has like some sort of ruffles and all of that. They are those material. But if this dress is really rumpled, you would know, like you would just know. So there's a when we see rumpled dresses, we know. When we see the one rumpled from maybe commuting and all of that, there's a difference. So you might want to put that in check. So because there is that, it affects how people address you. It also makes you either look attractive or less attractive. Now the next one is confident. How confident are you? Nobody forgets a confident person. I'm not talking about somebody who is, what's the word, people who try to form like they're confident but they're just being rude and all of it. There's a word for it but I can't remember. But there are people who are rude and dismissive, and then they try to put that as confident. That isn't in any way confident, like not at all. But nobody forgets a real confident person, and being confident comes from knowing your stuff. It's the same reason why people like Olajumoke, right? Alakija. Okay, let's not even go for Diary of a Kitchen Lover, Kemi Adetiba, right? There's a reason why we love these guys. Reason being, Bovi, I absolutely adore that guy. Basket Mouth, because you know that this guy know their stuff, right? Even if they are not confident maybe when before then, but being on that stage when they're about to deliver, you know that these guys are gonna give it their best and their all. Like, you just have that thought in your head, right? Being known for that makes you an attractive person. I understand that it can be quite difficult in certain scenarios to be confident, but just try as much as possible to pull your cloak of confidence. You don't want to be shaky and wobbly. It really doesn't tell well of you. It doesn't make you attractive. Confidence never goes out of fashion. Being confident and acting confident, right? You can pull your way through. Now, a lot of people do not really feel confident, but it doesn't mean that when it's time they don't try to act confident. And yeah, I can say that because for myself, sometimes I'm not confident, but the thing is that when I get on that stage and I'm making my presentation, I just feel like you can't drag me down, right? Even though I know that some people can be unruly and want to talk you down even while you're on stage, right? But I don't know, the confidence just comes once I start, and I'm like, yo, you either hear me or you hear me, right? I have a video that talks about confidence, and also another one that talks about being confident or being cocky, right? Yeah, there's that. So you could go watch that. But what I'm saying is that acting confident never goes out of fashion, and over time it's gradual. Whatever is making you not confident in whatever you're doing, maybe you walk into a room of people and you feel like, hey, I'm about to fall, right? Over time that thing wipes away. The more you do, so it's something called exposure therapy. It helps. The more you do that, then the more confident you are in that thing. So it's something you can build. That's my point. Now, living a purposeful life. Living a purposeful life is one thing to be confused, and is another thing. It's one thing to be confused and know that you are, and it's another thing to not even know that you're confused, right? And be dwelling there in that thing, living in cloudland. Now, living a purposeful life is all about what do you have to offer? Who are you in your field? Do you know your stuff? Or are you just winging it? Winging it isn't necessarily a bad thing, but over time, right, you get to improve on yourself, identify gaps and improve. It's not an easy thing, though. It's not even the slightest easy thing, because I myself, I have my own things that I'm trying to improve on, and it hasn't really been easy. That's the truth, right? But is it something that is impossible? No, it's something that even you can do. So that's why I'm here to tell you that, okay, find out what your purpose is. When you see people acting out their purpose, it gives a different level of attractiveness, a different level of, girl, you know your stuff. A very good example is Anita Browse. Anita knows her stuff. Even within the makeup industry, she has sort of created something for herself that has to do with not being flamboyant. She's not going with trends. She's going with that cool, calm, clean, neat makeup, and it's selling, right? And the corporate world, there are a lot of people. Why do you follow the people that you follow? Ife, for example, who is Diary of a Nigerian Girl, I like to make reference to her because of the amazing community she has built, right? Why do you follow her? Because you know that the person who is behind that page is somebody who is living out their purpose. If another example, away from all of this, I don't want to be too academic about this, right? I want something that we can relate to. As skit makers that you follow, why do you follow them? Because you can mostly relate to their purpose. Check who you have. There are some skit makers that I can never follow. Like, I see some of their stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, nice. I see some, like, huh? Right? But I can never follow them. But there are some that I'm in. Taoma is an example. Like, I'm in, I'm sold. Why? Because they're living out their purpose, right? And it resonates with me one way or the other, or at least it aligns with my values. But it would never go out of fashion if you're living your purpose. Now, what is that purpose? Like I said, you might not have it all figured out. No, I don't think there's anybody that has it all figured out, not even myself, because I don't want to put this gist out there, but not everybody has it figured out. I can tell you that for a fact. When you see people living the life they are living currently, and you're like, how did this person decide that they want to be this? There's every possibility that that person who is living that life is also thinking, should I really be this? Is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? Don't I want more? Don't I want to do this other thing? Do I still find this interesting? Over time, you start out as wanting, and then you end up as, oh no, I don't think I want this anymore. It happens to a whole lot of people. If you check people's career progression on LinkedIn, you will see a lot. You would see how they've moved from different industries, different roles that are not exactly related, right? If you also check some of these actors, actresses, some of them started as models, they moved to hosting. Some of them started as models, they moved to acting, now they are hosting, now they have a YouTube channel and all of that. Diary of a Nigerian Girl once said that she was a makeup artist. She had sold hair, right? And now she's cooking, and it's the cooking that is all blown up. That's the one we're following. That's what we actually know her for, right? So Nancy Isime, I think Nancy used to model, right? Host shows, the host events and all of that. Today she's still hosting, and she's still an actor. And it doesn't just apply to Nigerians, that's the truth. A lot of the foreign actors we see today in their field have done one thing or the other. They did not just spring up. Yeah, so this is me digressing from the video, actually talking about purpose, because I know a lot of people are going to see this and be like, if I don't have purpose, yeah. So this is me telling you that purpose is something that over time you discover. But where you are right now, where you find yourself right now, are you doing something that is of value? All right, are you offering value? Like, are you a person of value? Can people learn from you? Whatever you're doing, are you trying to improve yourself? Because imagine if, for everything I've talked about, imagine if you're respectful, you have good personal hygiene, good grooming, you are confident, but you don't have anything to offer, you don't have content, right? Nothing, absolutely nothing. The question is, why, for what other reason will people find you attractive? I remember we're not just talking about, we're talking about things that last, like things that never go out of fashion, right? Things that never go out of fashion. So we're not just talking about beauty. I know you might say, oh, maybe for my beauty, for my height, but I'm saying things that actually never go out of fashion, right? So over time you can find yourself have some form of content to you something, some sort of substance, something of value to offer in all of this. It makes you a complete package, believe me. Now, the final thing is dressing decently. Yes, decency is a subjective matter, all right? Because what I would presume or what I would assume to be decent might not be what you would see to be decent. A very good example is wearing tube dresses. Some people believe it's not decent. Well, even if your breast is covered, right, it's not the really bad one that is dropping. Some people believe you to be indecent because your shoulders and all of that is on display. Some people believe that if your skirt is above your knee, even if it's just an inch, it's a problem. Like, they shouldn't even see your knee. Some people believe that if it's very, very short, it's a problem. I'm just letting you know how subjective indecent dressing is, right? However, there are certain level of indecency that we see, and we would all agree that no, this one did not enter. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to project what I feel is indecent to us, but indecent dressing would never go out of fashion for ladies, for guys. There was a time where sagging was a thing. Maybe because I'm older, I'm saying was a thing. Maybe it still is a thing. I can't really tell. But you agree with me that a guy who sags and a guy who doesn't sag, like, imagine having substance and all of that, and then you come out and you're sagging. It's a really, really weird and funny look and all of that. Yeah. So decency, it just never goes out of fashion, and dressing appropriately, dressing for the appropriate occasion, right? So it's one thing to even be decently dressed, and another thing to dress appropriately to wherever you're going to. Because imagine if I wear a skirt, maybe something way above my knee, or something below my knee for an event or an activity that I wouldn't be free, that it wouldn't let me be free to participate in, or wearing a really tight dress to a place where I can't move, I'm not comfortable. I don't think that would work. So yeah, dressing decently never ever goes out of fashion. Even for us who feel like, yeah, now I want to wear a tube dress, I want to do this, I want to do that, right? There are certain times where these things are actually with age. There's certain pictures you've taken in the past that you go back and look at it, you're like, huh, really? Did I really do this? Yeah, because now you can't do it, but you've passed that age. There is a picture to show for it, but you're like, nah. And you can never take it away from people who actually cover up. That's just the truth. You actually cannot take it away from them. Imagine me going for an event and I'm all opened and all of that, and there's somebody who is, you want to dress sexy, but you can be covered up and still look really, really good. I think that's the point. You can be very well covered up and look really, really good. There are people who just think that to look good you have to expose your body. There's a problem. You can be covered up and look really, really good. It doesn't mean you should tie a wrapper. It doesn't mean, there are people, this thing is so subjective, right? So I'm just gonna leave it here so that I don't jump around, basically. But yeah, that's it for this video. So this video is just for us to talk about things that never go out of fashion, and truth is they translate, making you look attractive and setting you out from the crowd. Now these are just some of them. There are a whole lot of other things out there. That's why it is they are all about what's it called, that's why it's life, right? And that's why they are like the basics of everything, of morality and all of that, right? Yeah. So anyone that you can remember, please do leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know. Yeah, let's just rub minds and share thoughts together. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate. If you're new here again, please, down this video there is a red button. I think it was somewhere, I don't know, I think somewhere here where there's a button, there's a subscribe button. Please go and subscribe to my channel, smash that button and turn on your notifications so you know when I start posting a new video, right? Also, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe and share my video to others who might need it. Okay, all right, thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.